Let's make some balls. Let's make some balls. Moss balls, that is. Today, we're gonna be making fern kokedamas. Round 2. I did another fern kokedama video previously where I put this maidenhair fern and put my staghorn fern in kokedama. I'm going to be doing things a little differently. Today I'm going to be putting my heart fern, or the Hemionotus artifolio, which I definitely need to get better at learning how to pronounce these names correctly, but that's why I put them there on the screen, so you know, don't take it from me. Asplenium-nitus, our Victoria bird's nest fern. I'm also going to be putting her in to a kokedama as well, and I don't even know why he's there. He's just there to hang out and watch from back there. Putting these into kokedamas because I feel like I just need more. It'll just look better. So grab your ferns. Let's get started. What you're gonna need is some kokedama. Now this is a clay-like substrate that is typically used in bonsai. This is kind of hard to find, but if you have some bonsai soil, you can also use that in place of the kokedama. Either one works. I have kokedama, so that's what I'm using, and you're also going to want some coconut coir. I'll link some coconut coir in the description, as well as where to get the kokedama or bonsai. So I'm actually going to be using some floral wire today. I'm going to see if I can make these kokedamas like my old ones. The ones I made in my other video, I used twine here. And twine works just fine. The only thing that you want to remember with twine is that because it is natural, it does break down. Keep that in mind when using twine. Obviously, floral wire is not going to break down on us, and it's going to be a little bit more disguisable as well. You won't be able to see it as well as you would with the jute or hemp. And I do love the look of the hemp, but for the sake of the video and for sake of mixing things up, we're gonna try something different. So yeah, just use what you got, whatever you have, whatever is available to you should work just fine. You're also gonna need some sheet moss, like this. You will want to get your sheet moss a bit wet. So first what I'm gonna do is take these guys out of their pots and remove as much of the soil from the roots as possible, although you don't need to go crazy with it. Be gentle, be nice, try not to disturb your plant roots too much. Fern roots tend to be quite fibrous and fragile. When making your kokedamas, it is easier when the soil is dry to remove the soil from the plant roots. Now with our ferns, obviously that's not something you really want to do because you don't want your ferns to dry out. I took this heart fern out and I'm actually quite upset with myself because he was apparently pretty dry. So this heart fern has actually been underwatered, so he was actually quite easy to remove, which I don't recommend doing, but just to show you here, this guy, he's got quite a few dead leaves, which are big signs that this guy is underwatered. So why I didn't catch it, I don't know, but now we know. I actually got them into 3 different sections here. They were in little plugs. You can see the little black part. They were actually 3 individual plugs that were put into one pot, so they came apart quite easily, and I decided, hey, why not make 3 heart fern kokedamas? So that's what I'm going to be doing. And when making kokedamas, I do recommend going with the smaller plants. You know, obviously bigger plant, bigger kokedama, so depends what size you want, but yeah, definitely the smaller plants like this little heart fern is going to be easy. Now we're going to make our mixture. So we're gonna need 7 parts coconut coir and 3 parts kokedama, and what that is just a percentage, so 70% coconut coir to 30% kokedama. And for me, the easiest way to do it is by taking a measurement and doing 7 scoops of coconut. I'm gonna use a 1/2 cup in hopes that that will be enough. We shall find out. So I've got my coconut core here. You can buy coconut core in the blocks, which probably is the best way to buy it, although I bought it where it was already like this. So if you do got the block, you want to moisten it first to get it like this, and then you'll do 7 little scoops of whatever measurement. I'm using 1/2 cup. You can use a cup, you can use 1/4 cup, however much you need. Kind of just think about that, and that's just the easiest way I found to do it. So 1, a 2, a 3, 4, 5, a 6, and a 7. With that same measurement, we're going to use 3 parts of our kokedama. Here you go. Here's my kokedama, what that looks like. So we'll do 1, a 2, 3. Then we're going to mix it up. Do I want to use my hands right now? Why not? Now we're gonna add some water to our kokedama mixture here. And how much water you add will obviously depend on how much mixture you've made, but what we're gonna do is just add a little bit at a time. And we're gonna keep adding water until we can form a nice little ball. Still quite crumbly, so I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm also gonna get my sheet moss nice and moist here. Now what we're gonna do is take one of our pieces here. Now you can like form the ball first and then split it in half and kind of put it together if you'd like. The way I like to do it is just simply pack it around your fern, like so. So I kind of actually feel like it's easier to start like in this position. I just kind of pack it on. Now you just want to form a good size ball. That might be a sign we need more water. Got a pretty nice ball. Now the bigger ones tend to be a little bit more challenging because they just don't fit in your hand like the smaller ones do, eh? There we go. Now you want to be gentle, obviously, because they do fall apart still quite easily. We're going to go ahead and dampen our sheet moss that we have here. What I like to do is just place it down first, like so. Here. Sorry guys, 1 second. Get you a better view of this mess. There we go, that's better. So I've just laid down the sheet moss here. Do it so the green side, the pretty side, is face down, so it's what's showing, right? And I'm gonna start with my little heart fern here. Place it right in the center, like so. Now you can use live moss as well, and honestly I think it looks better that way because this green moss does get kind of dirty over time, so it loses its greenness. Now our little ball is nice and wrapped in sheet moss. Now, look at this mess. Look at this mess. Why does this always happen to me? I am just going to go ahead and wrap our little ball. Because my little thing was such a mess, I just tried to cut as long of pieces as I could, and I'm just gonna, use several pieces, but you can use one piece, probably be easier, but how you start is the same, is you want to put your ball over top of it like so, and what you do is you basically just twist it around your ball, you know, getting it nice and tight. Yeah, so cutting one long string and using that is definitely going to be easier for you. Cut as long of pieces as I could, and I just couldn't be bothered to untangle it, you know? So don't recommend the several pieces thing, but can be done. Here you go. Here is our hard fern. A bit coney shape, eh? But I kind of like it. Pretty cute. And you can't really see the wire, which I really like the look of that in comparison. See, I'll show you here to the staghorn. Now this one is greener, but I did use the, oh my god, that scared me. But I did use the same moss, the same exact sheet moss I used, so it just gets dirty over time, you know, and it fades in color. There we have it. I've got all my ferns wrapped up in their kokedamas. So there's a few ways you can display your kokedamas. You can hang them. You can display them on like a saucer or decorative plate. Well, one thing I actually like to do is, if you can see in the back, is I put my kokedamas on like big candle holders. I think they just kind of fit nicely on those as well. So those are my acorn kokedamas back there, and if you want to learn how I made those, I'll link it up here for you. It's kind of cool, you know, acorns falling from the trees for free, and you can make a little tree out of them. So it's a fun little experiment to try that doesn't cost you anything. Abby, don't drink out of that. I also, you know, just find random things to put them in, like this strainer. Kokedamas are cool because you can put them on, in, anything, all sorts. Now, because ferns like high humidity, places like your bathroom or kitchen would be a great way to display this if they've got, you know, adequate light. I think they just really look cool hanging in like a shower. Like if you've got several of them, I think it just aesthetically looks really nice. And you can also put them in containers, like glass containers, or under cloches. Happy kokedama making. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on your notifications, because I'm coming out with new videos every week, just like this one, about how to care and style your plants. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you learned something new. I would greatly appreciate it, as it does really help the channel. Thanks for watching. Say bye. Say bye. She's a little camera shy.